Hi, Brigetta. It's Tuesday. I think it's the 17th. October 17th, 2023. Travis is all over me. But I figured I'm never going to be ready to sit down and do a video again. So if I don't do it, then I'm not going to keep my word to you. And my word to you is something I want you to value. So let's go. Travis, talk to me. Talk to her. Thank you. I mean that, Andrea. Thank you so much for all your time and what you're doing with your time to lighten the hearts of my family with word from me. You're welcome, Travis. You know that. He's laughing, he's smiling. He says, so I see that you are fond of Brigetta. And I am. She's one of a kind, Andrea. She's my queen. B. I use the word B because she's got a stinger on her. She stung me. And I've never quite gotten over it since the first time she stung me. Brigetta is not only that one love of my life in this life, in many, many, many lifetimes, she's my one and only. And deserving of being, I'm gonna cry, and deserving of being pampered and treated as a queen, which I, in my doofiness, Andrea, I'll speak. Me, in my stupidity, like a big doof, failed to take the time to even consider what it would have meant for both of us had I pampered you while I was there. Andrea Brigetta has her own way of registering things. My message needs no explanation from you. I always have a hard time with that. I can just go on and explain it because I feel, not only do I hear the answer, but I feel and I register all the reasons and emotions behind it. She's sharp, Andrea. This is why you're fond of her. Yes, it is. She's smart. She's my dish. Well, I don't feel that way about her. Andrea, no. She's my dish. The dish that I relished from every moment with her. Every bite. That I tasted. Melted in my mouth like water for chocolate. Too many noon bells were ringing by the time we'd mend things and come close together. was gonna pause it, but she's not gonna be much of an interruption. No more than Travis is. Hi. Is that?
What are you doing out here in the cold?
I'm doing a video for Brigetta. It's not cold yet. So where were we? Andrea, I was eating off her dish. I would say it again. That's not a word. He's all. It is. Okay. He says, I was awified, like AWE, by you. Your vibration held me as if in a trance. A good trance. I held it not often enough. I regret my non-standings, I regret my being away from her, Andrea. Too many noon bells without you by my side. You blister where you deserve to be wet and ripened. You don't deserve to be hurting to the measure of what you are because of the way we ended before my death. You were my queen, my princess bride, my long haul, and it was always going to be you. I've never felt so moved in the presence of anyone, Brigetta, as I did being near you. Thank you for that special. Sorry, Travis. Hold on. Brigetta, I love you. I had a funny way of showing my love for you. And in lifetimes following this one, I won't make light of a noon bell. To hear so many of those without you hearing them too was not something on this beautiful dish that I care to digest again in another lifetime. I was the master of our domain. What I said went. Not given any choice. You went with what I said. I love you for all the long roads that I drug you down. Half the time I wasn't even holding your hand. but I was going to be there. I'd meet you there. What you wouldn't do for me is my misgiving. The way I cheated your love. From its deserving counterpart. My love for you has always been in me. It was finding a way to get it out of me and all my stubbornness. Against all odds, you crawled inside the skin I was in. I love you, Brigetta. Your fire, your light will guide me and always has guided me from lifetime into lifetime. And this lifetime's no different. Sorry, Travis. Brigetta, sorry. Got another interruption. He's saying my belladonna. He's saying you are, Brigetta, you are my belladonna rapture. Of the purest slate. A slate so clean. It's so clean it could not be putrefied. It could not be stained, could not be littered or chiseled or belittled or made ugly by anything that I placed upon it. Such a beautiful stone. I'll marry you in lifetimes after this one. I'll bury you in all of the next ones to make up for the burden of my leaving so soon has placed upon you. Your heart. Andrea, catch your breath. Do you need to jump in the pool? No, I don't. Do I need to throw you in the pool? No, you don't. I'm talking to my diamond queen. I'm saying diamond, Andrea, as the stone I just described. The slate that couldn't be damaged or marred or your surface hard as diamond was every bit as clear and gift-giving as also a diamond is. I fell in love with every facet of you, of your breath, your hair, your effortless way of doing so much for me to show that you care for me. It's a feat I could never master in any lifetime. The golden way in which you mastered loving me and proving it to me. The doubt I spoke of having, Brigetta, was bullshit coming out of my mouth, because in my heart I knew. In my mind I knew. I owe you such a walk. A long moonlit walk of miles of apologies and a sincere hearing of my heart. I think they call that romantic. Your guy, as rough as I was, held a romance for you within my heart. I just didn't know how to play it out. Dancing and laughing and loving. I could see myself doing all of that. With you, only with you. And yet I couldn't grab you up and whisk you away to the dance floor. I just couldn't. My boots were made for walking. I'm sorry. I didn't take them off. And rub barefoot toes with you more often. And her lightness is enough to carry her through this message. The weight of what she's feeling, it's effortless upon her shoulders. And yet the memory of the way she felt in my arms will keep her when she's not feeling so strong. She knows what I mean. Such a magic beauty of you, in you, Brigetta. I can't forget her. He says, stupid. Never gonna forget her. I called on no suitors for you when living. The perimeters built around you were tall and fortified. You remain within those walls, those perimeters, as if they were still, the structures were still standing. When when I left you, Brigetta, those perimeters fell. Not because they were made of the right stuff, but because you're made of the right stuff. It opens the gates for you to move on in your life without barriers. When it comes to men, other men, or anything that you want to do or anywhere you want to go in your lifetime, Brigetta, go. Please go. I've always wanted to go on a trip or two. You'll dance one day, and it will bring such a smile, such a joy to my face to see my Brigetta dance. Even if it's not with me, I will be there and I'll be dancing alongside you. Farewell, my pretty one. Brigetta, when Andrea was in that little box, she was more inspecting the contents in it in order to find out the importance of where it was to be packed. So as she closed the box, and I jumped on her and said, Andrea, open that back up. Get that right there. Get that right there. Give it to her. Give it to Brigetta. And Andrea, your story matches mine, but I'll tell it. Okay. She fumbled around with as much excitement as I had. And when she saw it, she knew that's what it was that I was telling her to get. Andrea heard me from the higher realms say, I want Brigetta to have that. And instead of pulling it out and setting it aside to be lost or taken or forgotten, instead the girl found a chain that was more suited for the cross pendant on it and for the lady that it would be wearing it. Brigetta, thank you for receiving that in the way that I had hoped that you would. Andrea, you are the messenger, and you did deliver. Only my Brigetta would understand that that really was from me. Her neck belongs to me. Andrea, I'm being serious. Her neck belongs to me. For it's where I found my solace, my bliss. The noise in my head would hush, nestled within her neck. That cross, Brigetta, such a small, tiny amount to nothing piece of pendant. Interruptions are hard. It's the third time. But the lighting is really bad in that room, so. Jeez, I'll take those boards off the window. Forget it. Be soft. Be soft in hard times. Hard times that you're going through. Stay soft. Stay pliable. Lose the ridges. Let life's tender moments conform around you and embrace you the way that we used to embrace each other. Your hardness, your hard shell was mainly because of me. I never let up on you. I never chipped away at that shell. If anything, I hardened it. I loved you so much. I felt I didn't want anybody else there. I didn't want anybody else to know or to see you or to experience anything about you that I knew and experienced and wanted to keep all my life, forever. You were never going to get rid of me. And I knew I was blessed because I was never going to get rid of you either. My passing had nothing to do with you and I or anything else. It was a rookie move. The cards I dealt were dealt. It was my time to leave the table. But know this, he says, know this, I have an ace up my sleeve and the Queen of Hearts in my right hand. If you were to look at that card, it would be a picture of you, my queen. The lips I will always, always crave to touch and remember. I remember their softness, Brigetta. Like your hair and your spirit, your heart. So soft, so beautiful, so forever mine. What are you saying? He's saying tipsy? I'm sorry, Travis. Tipsy is me at the sight of her. Aww. Andrea. She made me tipsy. She wobbled my knees. She made my palms sweat. She made me question myself. She made me find the parts in myself that could be worthy of her love. And I struggled with that. But in the end, she always knew exactly what it was about me that she loved. He kisses your hand for that right now. on bended knee. And he's saying, "My queen." He says he'll be washing and spit shining your car in the next life. He will be your cabana boy. He will be your, shoot. He will be your love slave. God. I don't know how, okay, it's been 30 minutes. That's usually how long I go because, not because he doesn't have more to say, Brigetta, but it's because anything over 30 minutes takes forever to upload it. It's just really hard. Anyway, that was pretty, I'm not done, Andrea. Please keep going. Brigetta will see to it. It's uploaded. I can handle that. But, okay. He said, Andrea, that bell, which is the, 6 o'clock one, is more familiar to her than the noon. I would run her off. It's usually the night before or early morning where I would spend that noon hour listening to the bell by myself. She was a vixen in the way that she never stayed gone, although she'd leave. Her essence was always with me. I would trip over it in the hallway. Clumsy doofus that I was. I felt awkward in her presence, and I felt awkward in her absence. Awkward in the way that I was spellbound. True love. I could see it in her eyes, the way she was looking into my eyes. That I had found my girl, my goddess, my trailblazer, my Marianne. Yeah, Andrea from Gilligan's Island. Okay. Brigetta, I gotta get some spray real quick. The flies are eating me up. This is some good fly spray. Ooh, stinks up. Andrea, tell her what I told you when you walked away. He said that Brigetta has no idea how soft, how truly, deeply and softly I loved her. Because I never let her see inside that shell. She will benefit. She will raise up learning of my true feelings for her in a way that I hope shines her, turns up her shiny, brightens you, lightens your step, soothes your spirit, lights you, ignites, he says, ignites her. Forget it, allow this to ignite you and to reestablish for you your priorities and boundaries. As many stars as there are in the sky, from my point of view, there's one star on Earth that shines so brightly in the still of darkness, and you know that it's you. I'll never lose sight of you. I'll never not be near you. Just promise me that that light will never dim. Follow your heart, Brigetta. The boundaries I built around you are gone. You can walk through those walls because they're not there. Like the Kool-Aid man. You are a cool aid to so many hearts out there. Allow yourself to know another. On bended knee, I'm asking you just to open your mind to the idea of it. You suffer without me. I cannot make up for this suffering in this lifetime. I can atone somewhat from this message in telling you that you deserve soothing and comfort and happiness and all of those beautiful moments and things that you craved and needed from me, that I desired to give to you. You'll receive everything you've ever wanted, Brigetta. The minute that you realize I'm no longer eating off your plate, put it in the dishwasher, he's saying. Our hearts will always melt. That hot, gooey, lava-like stuff. Many, many lifetimes. Andrea, I know this is awkward. You think we're gonna let her close, Brigetta? She's sitting there writing her name over and over again. Anyways, thanks, Trev. So no, thank you. But mostly thank you, Brigetta. That one fallen star that's landed on the earth that shines bright. My falling star, the one I wish upon. The one I'm most grateful for. I love you, Brigetta. And someday, in our day, you're gonna know it. Until then, I'm just up here, my clumsy self, awkward, and without you. Trusting you'll see my wishes granted. And Andrea was right. I will be pushing you in that rocking chair. As an old lady, I will be the one rocking you when your foot goes to sleep and you fall out, I'll be rocking you. Okay. That's it. I gotta stop somewhere. It's been 40 minutes now. Travis, Andrea, you did good. Again, thank you. For viewing my family in the way that they need viewing and offering them the softness for their healing. You're welcome. Be good, Brigetta. Remember, I'm watching you, he said. That's it, girl. Me and you, we're gonna have to hang out sometime. If you ever get bored, I know that you got a busy schedule and you're stressed on bills and stuff, but we still do. You just come over and hang out with me here or something. Anyway, that's it. Bye, Travis. Yes, Andrea, I'll stop shaking your shoulders now for a while. Good. I'm looking forward to that.